I didn't do that yet. Whoops. Zay, hopefully we get to it as well. If you want to guarantee you get played on stream today, you can. Yeah, I didn't want the distro to be just like another distro where we got like 1,000 artists and like no one gets any good work out of us. So that's the reason that it's built that way too. But yeah, we can talk about that more in the chat if you want to ask questions about what distro looks like and kind of how I do things and how I look for artists with distro as well. I'm always happy to answer that question and just give you guys more information on like what exactly I'm looking for from artists, because I do think what I look for is maybe slightly different than other A&Rs, and I think that's just the case with every A&R is going to have a different approach, I think, to how they look for and scout artists. So yeah, anyway, come through, come hang out. We're live on Twitch right now, twitch.tv/KayvanMD, youtube.com/KayvanMD. If you're with us in the chat, say what's up. And happy Thursday. I hope you've had a good week so far. I hope you had a good long weekend coming up. Let us know what you're getting up to in the chat if you are in there. And if you're not yet, come hang out with us. We're live right now. Maybe by design. Teach me how to fly. Zay, what's up? Welcome to the chat. We're gonna give the community a couple minutes to get in here before we get started. But in the meantime, if you have not submitted your music yet, make sure you just hit that link in the chat. Go submit your music. And if you want to skip the queue, they're in the instructions as well. So make sure you tap in and check those out if you want to learn how to guarantee a song gets played on stream today. Strawberry. Beauty lies in the eyes of every beholder. I witness it like Jehovah. I shouldn't have let it smolder. Treat the smell of defeat like a sacrilegious aroma. Sacrificial endeavors, I gave my heart in atonement. Forgive me, baby. If love is war, then I deserve to be exonerated. If you could accommodate. Hopefully we don't get a crazy lag spike this week. Straight off the bat with the questions. All right, let's turn the camera on. Straight off the bat with the questions, bro. That's okay. Do I look for specific talent or just someone who works harder, or a mix of both? It's a mix of both. I think work ethic is actually even more important these days than I thought it was before. But what I will say is, for me, and just for everybody context-wise who's in the chat right now, we're just talking about what I look for from distro. So if you haven't been in it before, my day job, I run 2 distribution companies, Genius Distro and then World Store Distro as well. And so I'm signing artists, I'm pushing music through those platforms, and also just, you know, using this as a way to find and scout talent as well. But Xander asked, do I look for specific talent or just someone who works harder, a mix of both? So for me, for A&Ring and for signing artists, first and foremost, the music has to be good. That's the first thing. I'm not even gonna have the conversation if the music's not good. So that's like the first part, right? Like, music has to be good. Beyond that, there's actually like a shitload of questions that I have that I ask and try to get answers on. Beyond the music, yes, I like to see the work ethic of an artist. I like to see how much effort they put into socials. Do they understand socials? Are they doing the work to actually push their music and promote their music? Because that is a really important part of this now. And then if they're not, obviously, you know, that's something to think about as whether or not I feel like we can take the risk. Beyond that, I also think it's really important to know what an artist is working on. So if it's like singles and there's a release plan, if there's a team around the artist or not, if they're doing everything themselves, I'm not really scared of that necessarily, but I think at the same time, that poses its own set of issues and problems and challenges. So it is nice to know like who's around the artist that I'm talking to or thinking about. So that is something I'm thinking about as well. But then also, like, do you have a project? Do you work in singles? Like, what does that rollout look like? When are you trying to get things out by? I think is a really important thing for me too. So there's a lot of questions that I do ask, but I think top level, most important things are, is the music good? Is there some movement that's happening, or am I going to have to, you know, create it from scratch? Sometimes I can't create it from scratch, you know what I mean? Sometimes that's telling of whether or not there's actually a want for the music, regardless of how good the artist is. So I think there's a lot of things that go into it, but for me, music first, and I'll check everything else afterwards. So if the music is exceptional, I might compromise on certain aspects that I would think are more important than others. You know what I mean? So it is like a very complex kind of decision to make, but at the same time, that's the thing for me. Just got a very high professional video shot for my song. Got 2 models for the vid. It's very cinematic. Best way to plan to roll it all out. Is the song out already? If the song's out already, start teasing the video clips. Create some sort of like premiere link on YouTube that you can push people towards and keep them there. If the song's not out, put the song out first. Generally, what I like to do with music videos and releases is put a single out, give like a week. So, all right, this is the way I think about it, right? You're just creating moments within a rollout. So generally, if I'm in a rollout, I'm thinking about releasing songs every 3 to 4 weeks. week one, like you drop on Friday, week one is all about recapping what you got covered on the Friday and on the week where stuff is out, right? So like if you got playlists, recap the playlists. If you fucking got like curate a playlist or had write-ups or any of those things, like recap those things and share those things in week one. For me, week two is usually where I'll drop a music video. So if you have a video coming out, I'd say week one after dropping the song, start also teasing the video, get your Premiere link up, send people towards it, generate hype while promoting the trailer. Then also do a Premiere live watch party or whatever on YouTube when the video is coming out, so you can be in there physically talking to the fans and interacting with them. And then afterwards, just keep pushing it. You know what I mean? Run ads on the clips, do all that kind of stuff. Run ads on the YouTube video if you really want to run it up and make sure it's getting served to more people outside of your subscriber base. And then use YouTube Shorts as well. You can connect that to the video that you're trying to push people back to. You can connect it to the sound on YouTube Music. So do all of those things. You know what I mean? It's really just about working it. Again, like anything, you want to make sure you're promoting it. And if you've got behind the scenes footage, use the behind the scenes footage. If you've got like anything from on set, use that for carousel posts, like all kinds of shit, right? Just think about how many times you can get content out of this video. Clip it down into 15-second clips. Clip it down into 30-second clips. Do a verse, do a chorus, do all those things. You know what I'm saying? Once it's out clip form, the video, make separate videos from Reels and promote them. Yeah, exactly. Content seeding, pushing it once you have the video out, pushing it to certain pages that maybe do like promo, all that kind of stuff. It helps get more visibility on it. It's not necessarily always going to be a return on investment on like views or streams specifically, but at the same time, it's good visibility for you. And I think it's just about what you want to get out of it as well. So if the goal is to drive views to YouTube, I would say run ads. If the goal is to just use the video to get more content made about you, get in front of more eyes, build up your socials, run the ads on IG, Meta, make sure you're pushing content on Meta, do as much as you can there. You know what I'm saying? Xander says I make Reels with B-Test and a dope shot from the video, make one of those bro thinks he's a content creator videos. Also that is like a strategy that's working really well for a lot of people right now. So I do think that's a really good one. Bedrooms, what's up? If you guys are in the chat right now and you are just joining us, if you have not submitted your music, make sure you hit this link right here to submit your music. If you want to skip the queue, join our skip queue. It's $5 for a regular skip, $10 for a super skip. Both will guarantee you get played on stream today. It's not the craziest length of a queue, so I think we'll be able to get a bunch of free ones in today. But I will say, submit your music. You know what I mean? Tell your friends to come hang out. It's a lighter day than usual, which is probably just because like it's July 4th and I think a lot of people are traveling, so it's what it is. So this is a great day. Nah, you're okay, bro. Don't even worry about it. Dre Lee, what's up? Welcome back to the chat. Here, let me ping this for the Discord again one more time, and then we will get started into some music. So if you are here in the chat, if you're here for the first time, we do music feedback here. We listen to your music, we'll watch your music videos, we'll give feedback as a community. So I'm going to be letting you guys know what I think of these songs. I'll be playlisting songs as I go. I'll be pulling up socials and following artists as we go as well. But if you are here and you want to submit anything you want, released, unreleased, music videos, any of that, we'll look at all of it, we'll give feedback. If you are in the chat too, let us know what you think of the things that we're listening to and watching. But just make sure you're being respectful. I will not hesitate to kick people out of the community if they're being disrespectful in any way, shape, or form. I had to do it the other day. I will do it again. It is what it is. We're trying to keep things nice in here. We're trying to keep the vibes good. So just make sure you're being respectful when you're giving feedback. If you are, if something's not good, talk about how it could be better. You know what I mean? Don't just sit there and be like, oh, this is trash. But tell us what you think that could be done to improve on that. And similarly, if you like something, just tell us you like it. All right? Cool. Fuck it, let's get into it. This feels like Summer by Sakai. We're going to start with this one today. Kian and Delaney, welcome to the chat. We're just getting started right now. We're going to get into some music. So let us know what you think in the chat. This one's called Feels Like Summer by Seki. It's either Seki or Sakai. I'm not sure which one. I'm not sure if I'm saying it right. But if you are in here, let me know how we pronounce your name. This is our first one of the night. It's called Feels Like Summer. It does look like I follow this artist already, so I think I've heard something I liked before. Ooh, love this panning start. It just moves. I like the movement there. Oh. I have to be honest, I did not expect the song to go in this direction, and I'm kind of really happy it did. Bedroom says I thought it was going to be a Childish Gambino cover. I definitely thought it was not going to be this. I like it though. I do like this. This comes out at midnight tonight. Sakai, if you're in here, make sure you put this in my release calendar too. For anyone in the chat, if you got new music dropping tonight or next week or the week after, put it in my release calendar and I'll go check it out myself.
I don't know where you came from, but I am glad I met you.
I low-key love any song with this type of beat, though, to be honest. Something very satisfying about this kind of drum pattern. If you guys don't follow us on Kayvan's House yet, too, go do that. We just dropped a new Songs from the Comments content piece today. You can go put your songs in the comments here. I will listen to them next week and consider them for the next update. Here, I'll put a link to the specific post in the chat, too. Production is very light and fun. It does feel like summer. I mean, like, it does exactly what it says in the title. I really love the musical elements, too. This, like, arpeggiated synth that's in there, and this bass line goes so well together. Or I guess it's a guitar, potentially. Only thing I'd say is try to make the... Yeah, that is fair. Feels Like Summer is a Childish Gambino song. So not making it the same title would probably be better for SEO. I would agree with that, too. I actually agree with you, Xander. I don't think it's a personal preference. I think that's actually something you just shouldn't do. Even Feels Like would be better. You know what I mean? You could even call it Like Summer. Or Summer With You. Summer With You is maybe actually more accurately what the song is about. I like a lot of the aspects of this song. 350 is maybe a touch long, especially for a pop song in 2025 too. There's maybe like a section here between this like 2:30 to 3-minute section that could potentially be trimmed down just a little bit. It feels like that section may be dragged on just a touch too long. I like the bridge though. I wouldn't suggest taking the bridge out. And then this section right here is a little confusing. You might have lost me in this section of the song, in all honesty. I mean, if I've made it this far, I've made it this far, but I would say this part of the song feels slightly unnecessary for the single version. I'm assuming what happens here is that it goes into whatever is next in the sequencing. But for me, yeah, you could trim off easily 30 seconds here. You know what I mean? 30 seconds off the end. This low-key feels like a bridge, so I'm not sure why it goes bridge, chorus, bridge again, if that makes sense. So I think for me, the things that I work on here, and maybe the things that stand out to me, I really like the song. There's a lot of things I do like about it. The arrangement feels a little bit funky, especially towards that last like minute and a half. And I do think you could probably edit this down just to make it a little bit more digestible for a pop listener, especially like just a general listener as well. As like most people aren't listening to songs that are 4 minutes long today. And I think especially when you get to that bridge section towards the end, it does feel like, and I don't know if this is a structure or not, but just from a production standpoint and the way it moves, it does feel like it goes bridge, chorus, bridge. And then this kind of strange switch up, which I don't think you really need in this for me personally. So I think it's just readjusting kind of the end of this song more than anything. That's really where you lost me, was just in that last like 2.5 minutes of the song, essentially. Or maybe like the last 2 minutes of the song. So I would just maybe adjust the arrangement there to make sure that it just moves a little bit smoother. It doesn't feel repetitive once you get towards the end. That's it really though. Blue, Ian Franzen up next, finally out. Excited about this one. This one's probably going in the playlist right now. I really liked this when we listened to it unreleased, so I can't imagine I'm not gonna like it this time. Ian makes really cool music, man. I've generally enjoyed everything we've listened to from him. This was July 27th. When was that? Was that Friday? Fuck. Did you tell me this came out on Friday? Guys, make sure you put stuff in the release calendar if it comes out. Because I'm not going to remember. I listen to so much music every week. I am Sakai on Instagram again for that last one. Yes, VOD goes up on my YouTube channel after we're done, as soon as we're done.
Say
All right, we're gonna put this in the songs we found on live stream playlist for sure. What was the date on Friday? I think the 27th was last Friday, so we missed it for New Music Who This, unfortunately. If you are rocking with this, again, make sure you go follow the artist as well. Tomato Headed Boy on Instagram. What is Milk Bong? I like this song a lot, man. Professor Tubas, what's up? I do feel like the master got a little quieter when you put it on Spotify, but that's not a, you know, that's a pretty common, that's a common thing that happens. How do you put it in the release calendar? It's literally a Google form, and you just fill it out. It's linked in my bio, so if you go to my Instagram and go to my link tree, it's literally right here in this top section of Kayvan's House, Discord, and Twitch. Add your upcoming releases to my release calendar. And then it's literally just a Google form. It's simple. It's pretty quick. It's not even that many things to fill out. So make sure you go do that, alright? This is Smooth, says Dre Lee. I like this one a lot. I like this one a lot when we were listening to it unreleased as well. Go listen to Crisis Actor, also by Ian Franzen, Pasta by Ian Blue, and then Crime of Being Small is also another one that I have saved in my library as well. I've definitely enjoyed a lot of the music we've heard from this artist so far, and I do think, you know, he's definitely one to keep an eye on, especially in this space. If you like this type of music, to me, I don't know, this dude stands out every time I listen to his music, so check it out. Dude, I have no idea. If you've never published anything and you've never put anything out, how am I supposed to know? Send us some music if you want. You can submit. Nah, don't do it like that. Make sure you use this link that's in the chat right here for Nero. This is where we take all of our submissions. It just helps us keep everything smooth and run the stream better. So if you want to submit something in there, just make sure you hit that link in the chat and then go follow through on Nero to submit, okay? This is Unsure by Tis and What's Up Next. This one drops tonight. First release in over a year. Congratulations on getting back to releasing music. What's good, Nathan Ashkenazi? Welcome to the chat. If you want to submit some music, make sure you use the Nero link, which is in the chat right here. If you want to skip the queue, there is a way to guarantee you get played on stream today if you read it, okay? Xander, don't even worry about it, bro. We listen to everything in here, man. Unsure, Tis and West, let us know what you think in the chat.
Yeah, it's back to the basement, back to the basics. Bad baby going back to the
vocals really punching through on this one immediately, which is good. I think that's one of the pieces of advice we've given you in the past. This one's feeling pretty good, man. It feels like you smoothed out a lot of those things that we talked about previously, needing just a little bit of polishing.
She'll know that it's real when the time's right. Didn't like the feel with the lights on. Running back like she got Nikes on. Didn't feel real when I got home. Choke it all out to a little Stockholm. Reopen the womb, but it got so yeah. I'm a little unsure. The type of way now she feeling unsure.
Bedroom says nice tone to the voice. I agree. I like his vocal and where it sits in this. I think that's one of the biggest things that we've talked about in the past with Tison's music as well, is just like making sure that the vocal feels like it fits for the genre, and I think it does in this one pretty well. I like this falsetto too from you. I think the falsetto sounds really solid.
Face my confession, mixed emotions keep me second guessing.
One of the things that I would say, and maybe not so much on this one, but as you continue to move forward and make more music, right? One thing to be careful of is when you are comping the vocals, that you make sure they don't overlap too much. There's been a couple noticeable moments where it's like you haven't even finished the last bar and the next word is kind of overlapped on top of it. So that's maybe the only thing I would say, is just keep an eye open and keep an ear out for some of those moments where the vocals feel almost just a little too overlapping.
Didn't like the feel with the lights on. Running back like she got Nikes on. Didn't feel real when I got home. Choke it all out to a little stop.
I still think there's still some timing issues here and there as well, if I'm being honest, in the delivery. But generally this sounds way more polished than some of the stuff that we've been listening to that is unreleased. It's a great job. Congratulations on the release. But I think as you move forward, those are still some of the things that I would point out. Just keep listening out for those things. Keep working on those things. Timing. And then when you are comping vocals, make sure they don't overlap too much. You want to have like... not like a gap between them, but you don't want it to sound like one line starts before the other line even ends. You know what I mean? I think that's a very noticeable thing for me personally. I don't know if everybody feels that way. If you are in the chat, let us know what you think, though. Put this in the release calendar, though, because I do like this, and I think I will likely add it to the new music of this playlist tomorrow. Tis and West on Instagram. Make sure you go follow if you were rocking with that one. That was Unsure. We've got Book Lines by Bipolar up next, and then Play a Hit or Maker by Luboski. And we'll do our first free skip of the night after that. Again, if you want to guarantee a song gets played on stream today, you want to make sure you submit in Nero, and then if you want to skip the queue, that will guarantee you get played on stream today. If you do the $5 regular skip, it's a guarantee you'll get played. If you do the super skip, you'll get played sooner. If you want to do either of those, you can. It's up to you. But like I said, in 2 songs, we'll do our first free skip of the evening, and we'll do that every 5 paid skips. And then we'll try and do a whole free section towards the end of the stream. Probably in about an hour to an hour and 10 minutes from now, we'll start doing some free ones, unless the queue just gets crazy. Big timing issues or small ones, it's small. Like, they're not super noted. Like, most people wouldn't even probably bring it up. I'm just like a bit of a freak stickler about timing, and everyone hates it. everyone hates it when I do that shit in the studio, and I'm like, it's like a millisecond off. It's like a millisecond. You need to nudge it just a millisecond to the left or a millisecond to the right. And everyone's like, what the fuck is wrong with you, bro? If you want to pay for a skip, that's also going to happen in Nero, where you go to submit. You do everything in there. It's mad chill. It's very easy. It's a super, like, not complicated process or system at all. Shout out to the Nero team. Book Lines, Bipolar up next. No, you're good. You're good. If it's your first time doing it, bro, it's the... Xander said I def heard the timing, though. So, okay, so it's not just me. I guess that's good to know. All right, this is Book Lines by Bipolar. If you haven't checked this guy out on Instagram too, you got to make sure you tap in. He's also a music creator. This is a freestyle he's proud of, having fun while still giving the listener a message about me and the world around us. So make sure you go tap in, man. BXPOLAR on Instagram. He does interviews, he does playlists, he makes music, he does shows.
Switch up like story, this is hand me the mic like, yo, what I'm supposed to do with this? Spit like your life depend on it. Okay.
I always like hearing him rap too. I think it's always nice for me to hear people who do music curation actually make music. Bipolar's it. He's just at work right now. Y'all better tune in. It's also a telethon. Matter of fact, it's the I like this one, bro. I like the way you've layered your vocals. It's like a little messy at times, but in kind of a nice way. Cloudy in Europe for a reason. Sunny in the African region. Yo, what's up? Sorry, you're charging on my desk, which is why it looks like this. Come hang out with us on Twitch and YouTube, though. We're live right now. We'll be live in the next couple hours. I'm gonna unplug my phone once it's charged enough and put it back in the stand. But for now, you gotta look at me like this. Take me back to when I thought that it had all mattered. Alright, I guess I could just hold on. Maybe this is hell of a jump with no parachute. Yeah. Hell of a jump with no parachute. I feel like that is not better. Some Earl Sweatshirt type of vibes, says Xanderhill. Yeah, definitely some Earl Sweatshirt type of vibes. But like in a really, really good way. You know what I mean? Sometimes I don't like it when songs maybe feel a little bit more lo-fi on the vocal or a little bit messier in the vocal delivery or the stacks. But I think that was really tastefully done. And I think that's like the line for me is like, if it's tastefully done, I'm going to enjoy it just for what it is. Flow was really nice. Not in voice, I agree. He definitely has his own tone and like his own like unique sound, which I really like about him too. But I don't know. I always really enjoy hearing Bipolar rap, honestly. We don't always get it. It's not something he's always releasing music or anything like that. So it's always nice to hear it because I can tell he's just making it from a place of passion and love as well. You know what I mean? Did the super skip because you're low on time. That's exactly what it's there for, Dacky. I love that. All right, that was Book Lines, Bipolar, BXPOLAR. Make sure you go follow. Don't spend it all at once. It's just gonna go on my savings, bro. I'm a pretty frugal guy. I just like when I do spend money on anything, it's just on improving the Kayvan's House stuff or like making the stream better. Like I pay for my Discord mods so we can make the Discord a better place. You know what I mean? The same road, Dacky. Let us know what you think in the chat. It's my first time listening to this artist. I will say, and this is like a personal thing for me, I don't love a fade in on a song from a volume perspective. I would rather have a fade out at the end than a fade in at the beginning. Because sometimes it's just too quiet, you know what I mean? And that's definitely a personal thing. I'll tell you in a second. Kayvan, we're live right now on Twitch and YouTube. Come hang out. I can't convey my Yeah, it does. I know it's the dynamics, but I'd rather hear the dynamics throughout the arrangement of a song than at the beginning. And like, if you think about a listener, right, like the first thing they hear is quiet audio. You stand more of a chance to lose people in that fade in, I think personally, just from what I've seen from releasing music. I do like the way that this is building though overall. Like even in the build there's dynamic, you know what I mean? No, I get that. I get what you're saying. And creatively, like, do whatever you feel is right. I'm just saying for me personally as a listener, if, like, all right. Give me a sec, because I don't want to talk over the whole song. But I'll explain what I mean in a second, okay? I do really like your voice a lot, though. This is like some Weekend trilogy shit, which I do really, really like a lot. I think I have it back there on vinyl. But for me, that's like the golden era of Weekend's music, is kind of that trilogy run. And this reminds me of that a lot. Really nice vocal tone. Dacky Beats, 2 S's on Instagram. Oh, I see you are a Weekend fan. Are you the vocalist on this as well? Couple things on the mix as well. I do wish that the hi-hats cut in just a touch more than they do. They feel a little buried underneath the bass. Maybe slightly less open hi-hat for me personally. I do like the dynamics of the production once we get further into the song a lot, though. It does move in a really nice way. Oh, so it's not fully mixed yet? Okay, cool. I think the open hi-hat feels like it's a bit much on the chorus, just because it comes in every, like, was that, like, every bar? Pisa, if you want to submit, just make sure you submit in Nero, please. Use this link in the chat. See, I love these parts with the vocal arrangement, though. Super tough. Is there more here? See, like right here, this is great for dynamics. I love this like fade out, fade in moment. Ending's an unfinished transition. Okay, we'll definitely trim this silence off of there if you can. But up until this point at 4:33, I really like it. All right, here's my thing about intros, right? And faded in intros. Realistically, because I listen to like maybe 1,000 songs a week, some weeks, maybe more. You know what I mean? Just like consistently working on playlists all the time. So realistically, you've got about 15 to 30 seconds to pull me in as a listener. And I think that's the case with most music curators, most people in press. What's up, KV? Welcome to the chat. So I just think like generally what I'll tell artists, especially more emerging artists, is like, look, if you've not gotten me by this 15-second fade in because it still feels kind of quiet and I haven't made it further into the song, like for me, I'm probably going to skip to about here when I'm listening in the wild and just go from here. And that's probably going to keep me in. But I do think like a slow fade in sometimes you can lose people. Like 41 seconds to get to full volume is a bit much. You know what I mean? So that's the only thing I would say is just like, if you think about it from the perspective of like, I'm trying to reach a new listener that's never listened to me before, that doesn't know what type of music I make. Sometimes it's a little bit better just to get straight into the meat of the song and then do those dynamics throughout. And there's a lot of dynamic movement volume wise and also just like musically throughout the song. So if you were to cut that fade in just a little bit shorter or get rid of it, I don't think it would actually detract from how good the song is. You know what I'm saying? That's all. But I did really like it a lot. We followed you on Instagram. Make sure you let us know when it does come out, because I could see myself playlisting that just as a fan of The Weeknd and stuff that feels like that in general. Like, I liked what I heard. All right, KV, you're lucky, bro. I see you on YouTube. You're in the chat. You just got picked for our first free skip of the night. This is In My Bag, spinning back with one more record in visual form this time. The DSP links are in the description if you end up deciding to list them. This one became an instant fan favorite, directed and shot by the team, edited by me. I love a self-edited music video.
You need to tweak
I think
an asset
it always
without
brings
messing
out
everything up.
a side of the
Luckily,
artist's
there's Adobe
personality,
Express. Create asset.
as opposed to having someone else edit something. You know what I mean? So let us know what you think in the chat, guys. This is In My Bag by KV. I like the angles you guys shot from here too.
I got ways to get paid.
Nice.
All the work, top grade. I don't front, I don't jump. The gun, gotta
Not even the EP album, just at the beginning of the track. Like, you want to just make sure you get into the music as quickly as possible. I think long intros just lose people in general. And I think it's more just like not having a short, like a long fade, but fading in quicker, if that makes sense. I like this video. It's a little dark. That's maybe the only thing I would change about it, is just lighting wise. But the edit's actually really solid. Good job on the edit. I love all the movement that's happening in the video. Let us know what you think in the chat. I'm not sure I know what you mean on that, Daki. Oh, this song is 3 years old, huh? I thought you said you just put this out.
You can't win this race. I don't think so. Hey, now I'm back in my bag. Give me one reason why I shouldn't be. Got it all in the bag. Give me one reason why I wouldn't be.
I like all of the cuts. The quick cuts on this are really nice.
That times is good to me.
Oh, see, I'm like the opposite. I kind of wish that the color grade was a little bit different, but I really like the cuts.
In my bag. Give me one reason why I wouldn't be.
Shots are really nice, though. I like all of the shots in this so far. Wrong Price. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the community. If you want to submit music, it is free. Make sure you do that, too. What do you mean? Daki, I'm not sure I understand what you mean, bro. I'm just not sure I understand what exactly it's saying. Nairobi was here, cried out. Thank you for the follows. Welcome to the community. My drop starts at the 10th gear. Born that way, you can't compare. Y'all tell lies, I'm well aware. But the truth is set you free. She talking spicy in my ear. Said there's something about me. My price is hiking up the tears. Need more commas on receipts. I like this overall. AC, what's up, man? Welcome back to the chat. I played your song the other day. It was the last one we played, I think. Nairobi, what's going on? Wrong Price, what's up? Opening did have a really good color grade. I'm not sure if it's consistent throughout. That's maybe just something I would be careful of.
Now I'm back in my bag. Give me one reason why I shouldn't be. Got it all in the bag. Give me one reason why I wouldn't be. Life is a drag.
Beautiful. If anybody wants to guarantee they get played on stream today, we do have a skip queue, which you can do that with. But if not, this is our first free skip of the night. We'll do another one in 5 paid skips, okay? And we'll do a whole free section probably, because we don't have like the craziest queue today, so we should get through a bunch of songs. Nah, you good. Don't even worry about it, AC. We'll try and get to you during the free section if you stick around. All right, so generally, I'm a fan of the song. I do think that there's things that could... Well, okay, so this fan link doesn't work, which is also not good. So make sure you go fix that. That's one thing I would say immediately, is go fix your link to the song. It does not link out to the song, even though you said it does. A couple things on the video. So... Daki, no worries, bro. I'm still not sure I understood what this is. Well, basically, okay, so listen, okay, so what I'm saying is, is a very confusing sentence. I'm trying to figure out what it is you meant. So the hook right away at the start of the EP album, and then another crazy shit right away in the slower and so on. Just like how artists do the shows, tracklist, but hella people said that the simplicity got them, because there's got to be something more after it, so you get them curious, or maybe I'm bullshitting. I still just don't know if I understand exactly what you mean. I'm a little confused. But if what you're saying is, I'm gonna try and break this down. If what you're saying is you prefer the song to be simple at the beginning and then build, then yes, I agree with that. I don't think there's anything wrong with starting off simple and then building. I think that a song needs to move and there needs to be movement in the arrangement. And so you want to have these moments of building and then pulling back and then building and pulling back because it creates kind of this roller coaster effect as you're listening, which gives somebody an experience while they're listening. The thing that I was trying to say, and really like my only qualm here, is just that there is a very long, you know, artists open the show with heavy, yeah, 100%. I mean, I think that's valid. I really was just trying to say, I think for me, it's really just the slow fade in that makes me be like, well, if I was listening to this and I didn't know that it was going to build into something, you might lose me 15 seconds in because it's still kind of quiet and fading in. You know what I mean? Like it's just too slow of a fade in. But like, you know, like how artists do. Yeah, for sure. But like even with those songs, right? Like if you think about, sometimes you'll have this really, really quick like fade in. It'll be a fast fade in. It'll happen so quick where it'll be like shh, like that instead of being like shh. You know what I'm saying? That's maybe the best way that I can describe it. It's just like a quick, all right, we're in because we faded in quickly, as opposed to a really, really long, slow fade in. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, we're still on the fade in, bro. We're still talking about it. I just want to make sure that I'm being clear on what I'm saying. Weeknd's first song is High for This. Yeah, I love that song. It's great. Beautiful song, but he doesn't have a super long fade in on that song is all I'm saying. It's slow, but slow tempo is fine. It's just about the fade. We're just talking about the fade in. I'm not talking about any other part of the song. The rest of the song is great. It's just that fade in the beginning. That's the only thing I'm talking about here. All right, Player Hater Maker, Luboski. Submitted his song for Luboski. He makes dope music, hosts amazing showcases, open mics, tap in with him. This song's called Player Hater Maker. Let us know what you think in the chat. We're going to keep going. Let's talk about the fade in. Fuck, man. I feel like you're trolling me now. This has to be a troll. I take a shot for every time I've said fade in the VOD. We'll be dead. I'll die. I actually put this in my songs from the comments playlist earlier today too because I liked it. It's right here at number 8. I do 2 streams a week, bro. Mondays and Thursdays. Every week. If you like that last one, make sure you go follow Call Me KV on Instagram as well. Of course, bro. I got you. Thanks for sending music in too. Sakai, we did. You were first. Don't worry, the VOD will be up on YouTube though. And you might be able to backtrack and watch it now on YouTube if you want. Call Me KV for the last one. It's got that same kind of feeling as the Boondocks song. Ooh, that's not the right social though. This one's got a real nice bounce to it. Alright, Busy Bosky on Instagram. I think Bipolar says he does shows as well. Hosts showcases and open mics. So if you're in New York, if you're looking for the open mics and stuff like that, make sure you go tap him, okay? This one's real short and sweet. I liked it earlier. It's 1 minute and 39 seconds. It's just bars all the way through. He's got a really nice vocal tone. It's a really good beat choice. There was a lot that I enjoyed about this one when I was listening to it earlier today. It sounded good on just my computer speakers as well. So playlisted that one in 2 playlists now today. Songs we found in the comments and songs we found on live stream. Keep your eyes open to see if it ends up getting added to the content next Tuesday. Reminds me of You mean Benny? you mean Benny the Butcher? This shit tough since Nairobi was here. I like that one too. All right, next up we Bummer the Butcher, bro. That's actually like if you were beefing with him, you would have to use that. You'd have to use that phrase to call him Bummer the Butcher. Or Benny the Bummer. Either one. Back to back, AC the Boy up next. Oh, Mundane's back too. I can't wait to hear this one. AC the Boy. This kid's 15 years old. I'm just gonna preface with he's 15. You do this one at home? Real AC the Boy on Instagram. I'm just saying you got a beef with him now. I thought you were being serious for a second. There's some messages tab at the bottom now. This kid's out of Boston.
forget the snacks. I be living life just like a rock.
Dominican and Cuban? Anton is Dominican and Cuban.
What
the fuck? What the hell? Okay. Big mass in the building. Dominican or Puerto Rican? Oh, my bad. Sorry, I couldn't tell that was the Puerto Rican flag. Those little flags get me sometimes. Okay, what I would like to hear from you on this one, I don't think this one's mixed yet. I think he just made this one at home on BandLab. What I would love to hear on this is maybe just a little bit more variation in the tone that you're using. Oh, on FL, sorry. In the tone that you're using and the flow that you're using. I would agree with Crydot. The flow on this one feels a little bit more repetitive than some of the other songs we've heard from you. At being 1 minute and 30, it's not terrible. Like, that's not the worst thing in the world, but I do think that, like, it'll make it a better song if you add a little bit more variation tonally. So, like, in the way that you're actually delivering your vocals and the way that, like, the tone that you're using when you're delivering them. Rhythmically as well, just so it's not super repetitive, and then melodically. So it's really just adding more variation in the vocal, trying to, like, you know, maybe throw in a different note here or there, that kind of stuff. But outside of that, like, it feels good. It's a good beat choice. I just think that's the thing, is just more variation in the vocal to just keep it interesting throughout, so it doesn't get too repetitive. You know what I'm saying? Because I thought I was being too dry, says AC the Boy. Well, good instincts. It seems like that is also how Crydot feels, and also how Xander feels. So just keep working on it. I mean, honestly, again, though, for a 15-year-old, like, you are doing a really good job of this stuff, so just keep it up, bro. Yeah, it was one note the whole time, one rhythm the whole time. Try and avoid doing that in general. Like, that's for everybody in the chat. Like, don't do that. I think if you do that, it's a real quick way to kind of just get stuck and not really, like... People will just get bored, and they'll just feel like the song's repetitive and move on pretty quickly. You know what I'm saying? The more that you can add variation to your vocal in a song, I think just the more interesting the song is from start to finish, and the more likely people are to keep listening. If you look at people like Thug and Future and, like, Kendrick, I think they're maybe some of the best to do it, where it doesn't ever really feel repetitive at all, and it's just always super engaging, and the song's always changing, you know what I mean? Except for the hook. The hook you want to, you know, kind of be repetitive and easy to remember and easy to repeat back, but that's it. I let Legacy down. You didn't. You're 15. We're not gonna judge you harshly. You know what I mean? It's like everything you've sent in so far has been pretty solid. And this is like a very early demo. You know what I mean? So all you do now is just take that feedback and go and make it even better. And I'm sure when we listen to it, the next time we listen to it, it's gonna be solid. Unless you're Cardi and then I'll dick ride you is hilarious. Free Hefe, Raw, Mundane up next. I really fuck with this artist. He's out of the DMV, Filipino dude. Very. Let us know what you think in the chat. Far from Mundane on Instagram. This is exciting to hear some of this new stuff you got coming up. See, this is like the opposite thing here, where there's like a lot of variation happening, and it's just super engaging. Freddie Dredd vibes, his bedrooms. I don't know if this is my favorite beat ever, but I love the vocal.
I can't catch by playing things. I need me a little thick shit, babe. Take it while little styling thing. Fuck with me and see the finer things. And like, I don't even give a fuck.
It's one of those songs that I think would grow, like one of those beats I think would grow on me over time. But maybe the first time I listened to it wouldn't necessarily get me that way. It's super unique though. I don't know that I've ever heard anything like this before. Crydot says, yeah, this beat has weird direction. I don't know if I'm crazy about the melodic aspect of the beat. Rhythmically, it's fine. It's like the bell sound chop. Love the vocal layering though. Far from Mundane on Instagram. This beat funky as hell. You just got to see the visions of Xander Hill. Look, this is why we ask for everybody's feedback in the chat, because everyone's gonna feel differently about this music, and that's fine. Yeah, I don't know that this beat would have gotten me necessarily. It's got a great bounce. I think the vocals feel really good. Part of me feels like on a different beat, this song would hit even harder, but that's a personal thing. Xander's in the chat. He likes the funky beat that you've got here. He likes the switch ups, especially the melodic ones. So you kind of just got to take it with a pinch of salt. I generally have really enjoyed everything that Mundane has put out, though, and I'm going to take this second to tell you all to go listen to the project that he put out last year called Virginia's Boy, which I really like. And then also Lucian, which is one of the newest songs that came out in May too, another good one. Xander said this song was hella tough. Look, Xander is all the way in, bro. He loves it. So just keep it up. I really do enjoy everything that Mundane has sent so far. The beat, I think it would grow on me the more that I listen to it. I'm not going to just rule it out, but I think the more that I listen to that, the more that it'll kind of catch my ear. It's super interesting and unique, and I think that's the thing that stands out the most about it. It's definitely something I would come back to and listen to again, if for nothing else, to try and decide whether or not I would put it in a playlist. You know what I mean? Good shit, though. I fuck with Mundane, man. Dude's fire. Locked In by Ernie. New single out now, Locked In. Ernie's a super interesting artist, man. He's been sending music in for a while. Ernie Mode is still one of my favorite Ernie songs we've heard. I did listen to this one earlier today, though, and I think I put it in the Songs from the Comments playlist as well. Oh, maybe not. Oh, community playlist. It's in the community playlist draft right now. I like this one, though. I do kind of wish the vocal was ever so slightly louder in the mix. Let us know what you think in the chat, as always. But if you don't follow Ernie, make sure you go follow him on Instagram. And also, he runs Crazy Bars I've Heard, which is a really, really good page that just kind of like compiles rappers, ciphers, like all kinds of hip-hop content. It's actually really solid. He does a really good job of compiling content here. So I definitely go check him out on this page as well if you haven't. Great music curator. And then for his raps, it's Ernie __ on Instagram as well. Putting the work in. The master is a little low on this, but I think it's because the bass is so loud. Vernon says every single time the sub is too loud on a beat, the rest of the master feels hella quiet. So that's probably the first thing that I really point out. Like, it feels quiet until that sub comes in, you know what I mean? Solid beat with solid bars, says Cried Out. I agree. I could see this syncing on like a basketball or like some sort of sports compilation commercial type vibe, you know what I mean? Locked in, locked in, locked in, I've been locked in, locked in, locked in. All right, we got one more song and then we'll do another free skip from the chat. Or two more, sorry. We got Plenty Bands from Mundane and then one. Yeah, can't fucking talk today. Plenty Bands by Mundane and then another one after that. I'm just gonna have to super enunciate everything I say today, otherwise I'm not gonna be able to speak properly. Beat sounds like a little baby type beat to me. Yeah, for sure. It's definitely in that space. I'm not mad at it though. I look, we've listened to a lot of Ernie's other music and I feel like that's probably the best fit for his vocal that I've heard so far as well. And I do think that's another thing that you got to think about as an artist is just like, what does your voice sound best on, like beat wise? So I do think for me, that's probably where I feel like Ernie's voice has kind of shone the most so far, is on a beat like that. But I do still think, yeah, mix master is probably the biggest issue for me on that one, and maybe where things can improve. Specifically master, because I do feel like the sub being so loud has kind of killed that when it got uploaded to Spotify a little bit. So I just keep an eye open for that. Make sure you don't mix your subs too loud, because it really will fuck up the rest of the shit. Plenty Bands, Raw, Mundane. We got another one from Mundane. I'm excited to hear another one from you. See, I love you on these types of beats, bro. It's maybe a little bit more traditional sounding or feeling, but with your unique delivery and vocal style. Far from Mundane again. I told you, I fuck with this artist. Make sure you go follow if you're rocking with this one.
I can't make too many friends. Ain't much room up in this AMG, just got the leather clean. They like how I'm living, they like damn with being Dover Street. Baby on my phone.
I would agree with that, Xander, but not everyone can do that. You know what I mean?
On my time, like stalking, lurking, always trying to ring me. Old habits die hard to fuck me up, but the shit was probably.
And it takes time and effort to figure that out. Like, not everyone is that type of an artist, if you get what I'm saying.
I be trying to let me hold, but I rap me long.
Two Dope Rory, what's up? We're listening to Mundane right now out of the DMV, out of Virginia. This is Plenty Bands. This one's not out yet. This is still a raw demo as well. Far from Mundane on Instagram. Make sure you go follow if you're rocking with us.
friends turn to enemies. On photos, they're pre-made. Chrome hearts is all I need. Good gas in my lungs.
I mean, one thing I'll be careful, this is not mixed yet, but same thing. Sub being very loud and overpowering the vocals a little bit too much. Make sure you bring your vocals up so they really stand out. I also fuck with his name and his artist handle too. And also just his general overall swag. This dude does get the fits off. And he's out here, look, he's out here putting the work in too. Which I respect. That's what you gotta do as an artist. You gotta put the work in. Yeah, grow me homie. Not just. He's just a guy who appreciates good fashion. Far from mundane on Instagram. Make sure you go follow. This one's called Plenty Bands. We got one coming from Bedrooms right now called Figure Me Out, and then we'll do another free skip from the submission form. So make sure you guys get your submissions in if you have not already. We got about an hour and 8 minutes left. We'll probably get into some free skips here, not too far from now. Figure Me Out, Bedrooms. Thank you, man. You're totally welcome. This song's about venting about a relationship that didn't last. Played the Rhodes, drum, bass, guitar, all that on this one. So this is basically entirely done by one person. Let us know what you think in the chat. I like Bedrooms music as well. A very diverse artist, makes a bunch of different types of music. A lot of it's rooted in this like really indie kind of alt R&B, alt pop feel though, which I like. Saving this. Bedrooms music on Instagram. Everything's got this like coming of age movie bounce to it. Oof, love this. Krydos says I like the opening melody. Let us know what you think in the chat. One just makes you move, you know what I mean? It just makes you move. Xander says this is stuff. I like this one a lot. Other songs you should listen to from Bedrooms include Doom Scroll, which just came out recently, Staring at the Sun, and Drunk. Those are some of my favorites that he has out right now. Again, Bedrooms music on Instagram. Santa says, I like this a lot. I'm trying to make something like this. Hit him up. Maybe collaborate. This dude plays a lot of instruments. Maybe he produced something for you. I don't know. I don't want to put words in his mouth. Possibly. He does produce himself. He played everything on this one. Down to work, and yes, I did cry out. Primarily produce. Oh my god, I really can't talk today. Primarily produce all my own stuff. We love a self-producing artist, honestly. Again, that's the same thing as editing your own videos. I just feel like it brings out a certain personality from the artist side that you don't get all the time, you know? Santa says, let's work. Hey. This one's really nice, man. It feels really good. And a really solid, chill little fade out right here at the end. Beautiful. This one feels like summer. It's nice. It's nostalgic. It's kind of got a little bit of a sad tinge to it, while at the same time feeling really like up-tempo and fun to listen to. It's the kind of diversity you want from a song. I really like that one a lot. Great job on the production. Love the instrumentation on it. Like the arrangement on it. Oh my god, you guys are lucky. You guys are lucky in the chat. We're getting a Sebastian Kamei bump up for free right now. If you don't know who this artist is, this producer is, I don't know where you've been, but he is an extremely talented producer from the Netherlands. I've known about him for a really long time. He's done some songs with my artist, Isaac Zale. He's done work with Mick Jenkins, Femdot, literally like anyone you can think of, especially from the Chicago area, like this dude's worked with. And he's just built this like incredible kind of fan base for himself. And he does these amazing producer projects. So his new one recently came out, Chicago Sessions Volume 2. Sorry, it's got Fresh Waters on it. It's got, who else has got on it, man? Jack Red, Ohana Bam, Daylight Tone, Femdot, Drex Carter, Johnny Jones. It's pretty stacked. Let us know what you think in the chat. He also did this whole project with Black Sam. So look, if you're a fan of Black Sam, you're gonna like all of Sebastian's music. Jalen Santoy. I mean, come on, bro. This dude's sick. Losing a sport in itself, don't be the only motherfucker can't feed itself. Let us know what you think in the chat, but if you're a hip hop fan, you should be a fan of this. Truly. This is like the third song on this project I've been a fan of so far as well. Multi-instrumentalist, incredible producer. Make sure you go follow him. Sebastian Kame, Kame on Instagram. He's sick, dude. This dude is such a talented producer. I'll gas him up forever because I already just think he's like, he's also a good person, which is nice. But this dude is like, he just plays everything. You know what I mean? He's like one of those producers. He's like a rare type of producer. Like The Count and like Alchemist. You know what I mean? Like one of those dudes. He's really out here playing the shit. So, like Vu, just a real musician. You know what I'm saying? I could gas him up all day. Big fan. Make sure you hit him up. If you're trying to work, hit him up as well. He's always down to work with people. You can also follow his producer specific page too, which is going to be more, it's like predominantly lo-fi on this page. But like literally like 600,000 monthly listeners on his lo-fi stuff as well. So if you like lo-fi beats, go check him out on his other page as well. Kame, all caps, last name all caps, is the producer projects. This one is more like lo-fi instrumental music, and it's also really, really tight. Hey, Zan, thank you for the follow. Sebastian Kame, Kame. This one's called Only Fools Rush In. It's from Chicago Sessions Volume 2, which just dropped this last Friday. Make sure you go follow. Make sure you go stream this whole project. And while you're at it, go listen to the rest of the music that he's put out on this profile as well, including 50% Gratuity with Black Sam, which is very good, okay? Beautiful. I'm glad we got that one for a free skip. Up next, how many more do we have in this paid queue? We got 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we've got exactly 5 more, which should take us to roughly around 7:15, 7:20. So maybe we'll get some free ones. Maybe we'll get a little bit more of a free section today than we usually do, which is great. Protein, Tay Melody featuring Quasar LLD. Protein, this is a good vibe for the people. I think I might have listened to this one today already as well.
I pop out, be like Ned Flanders. Chain choking me like Homer. Liquor don't do me no favors. Hoes think a circle gets slimmer.
Blazing Beats, thank you for the raid. Welcome to my house.
Chain choking me like Homer.
We're listening to Tay Melody's Protein right now. If you are in the raid with Blazing Beats and you want to submit, make sure you submit here. It happens, bro. It happens. Don't worry though. You're gonna get played. Crazy Stutter hats are really nice. I agree with Crydot. Hey, let's get a shout out for Blazing Beats too. It's got a really nice bounce to it. 338. Long songs seem to be coming back. A lot of people send in longer songs these days. I'm not terribly mad at it.
I don't need your credit. You doubt me, that's pathetic. I pop out, be like Ned Flanders.
Tay Melody on Instagram. I put this one in the playlist. Nice bounce, tasteful rap. Blazing Beats, if you want to submit, here's a link right here. You want to submit in Nero, and if you want to skip the queue, here are the instructions to guarantee you get played on stream today. I mean, first bit of feedback I probably would have is just make more content to promote the music as well. This is good that you're sharing these, though, to be honest.
niggas always partying, we thinking of some schemes. How you get so swole? I've been scooping protein.
Oh, like, this must be Quasar LLD. I like his voice.
Promotion, full steam ahead, like a locomotive. God told me build a nation, now you know
Nairobi was his, that's tough.
More people out here moving
Quasar LLD on Instagram. I really like this dude's voice.
See no opponents, I'm only trying to piece components. Show that enemy God's army has always owned them. They not your friends, they deceivers, we gonna expose them. Throwing rocks and hiding hands.
This actually reminds me of fucking Rich the Kid. What's that fucking song? Plug Walk. The beat reminds me of Plug Walk. The song doesn't remind me of Plug Walk, but the beat does. 2 monthly listens is crazy, bro. You gotta push your music more.
Chain choking me like Homer. Liquor don't do me no favors. Hoes think a circle gets slimmer. Hoes think a circle gets
Let us know what you think in the chat.
She bend over so I had to tip her. I be cool and stacking my paper.
Five Boys LLC says I like this one.
I hop off the booth even litter. I'm geeked up like a professor. I'm a fashion design zipper.
I think there's like, it feels like there's maybe something missing from this. I can't really put my finger on what exactly it is. This particularly reminds me of Big Fish by Vince Staples. I love that song. It does feel like there's maybe something missing from this. And it might be that the beat feels slightly repetitive because there's only these these few elements that are in it, basically, right? He's the flow and cadence change this King Arthur. I do think a little bit more variation would help this one. Chorus is pretty solid. It's got a good hook on it. 10 years? Yeah, it's starting to drag on a little bit. I think that's the issue with a 3 minute and 38 long song in general, is that they start to feel like they start to feel too long the further you get into them, unless there is more of a change up or more just variation that happens throughout. That's maybe the only thing I would say. You know what I mean? I do like it, though. I saved it in the playlist. I followed both the artists because I think there is something there. But at the same time, I think like as you guys continue to build, just finding ways to add more variation, whether that is through the vocals themselves, because you could do some stuff there too. I think having the feature broke it up a little bit, which was nice, though maybe that also elongated and made the song feel a bit longer than it needed to. Yeah, I can't really put my finger on exactly what it is that I feel like it's missing, but it did feel like it was missing something to me. And maybe it is just variation. Maybe it is just a switch up or something to just change it up a little bit. But it did feel like something was missing for me. But I put it in the playlist. I'm going to come back, listen to it before we make content next week, and we'll decide whether or not it makes it into that final playlist and stays in there. Hey, Luna. Hope you're doing well. Xander Hill, Trends, up next. This is for my first project. Let's get into it. Let us know what you think in the chat. This one has 6 Slum on it as well. Xander, you've really actually sent in 3 completely different types of music, too.
Yeah.
Let us know what you think in the chat. This one's got a little bit more of a boom bap feel to it.
Trying to one take this shit. We'll see.
Out of Utah.
Love and fake thugs. Sometimes I miss the way that these things just was. Before designer.
See, you are really good at, like, to your point earlier, where you were like, playing with your vocal can really help you do different styles of music, different types of music. You are very good at that. I haven't really heard a style of music that you've attempted to make that doesn't feel like it fits yet, which I think is a good thing. Again, not everyone can do that, though, so props to you for having a good handle on it. Bedroom says this is tough. I like this one. I'm gonna save this. Xander Hill on Instagram, 2 L's. You said that you're originally from, like, California, right? And then moved out to Utah? I feel like I remember you saying that last stream. Come hang out. We're on Twitch right now if you want to come through. For anybody who's in the chat on Instagram, we're live on Twitch and YouTube right now. You can definitely come watch if you want. We have about 55 minutes left of the stream. Oakland, right? Yeah. Oakland originally, which I feel like we could hear in this song specifically. It's got kind of that Oakland feel to it. But but currently based out of Utah, which that's a rare thing. I don't know that I've ever heard another artist from Utah, to be honest with you. Beautiful. For anybody who did submit music, if you want to guarantee a song gets played on stream today, you can do that for $5 if you want. But if not, we'll do some more free skips throughout the stream, don't worry. Like 3 more songs and we'll do another free skip. This is 6 Slum right now. I think if anything on this one, I have like one bit of feedback that I hear from what we're listening to, and it's just about the bass line in this beat. I wish the bass line moved a little bit more. It's like one note, I think. And I wish that it was more of like a... I wish it was more of like an organic bass line. Like if you had a bassist come in and play on this, I think it would have like elevated the song even more personally. Yeah, it's like 2 notes. It's like dun dun dun. So like that's the only thing. I would have liked to hear a bass line that moved a little bit more, I think, just because of that, the more like kind of boom bap nature of the beat. It's not the end of the world. I think that's maybe the only thing that I really hear where I'm like, damn, that would have been really cool to just kind of have it like a more, like just a more moving bass line. You know what I mean? Like just something that was flowing a little bit more with the rest of the song. That's it though. Xander Hill, 2 L's on Instagram. Make sure you go follow if you were rocking with that. 2 R's, sorry, as well. 2 R's, 2 L's. Go follow. We've got another sad song. This is unreleased coming from Dre Lee up next. Let us know what you think in the chat. And we are going to keep going. No, don't worry about it, bro. I think it's good that you're versatile. I think you do a really good job of it. That's all I was saying, is that you've done a really good job of making your voice fit on these different styles in a way that feels natural. Not everyone can do that. So it's a really good thing that you are able to do that, and just keep doing that. All right, this is another sad song, Dre Lee. Let us know what you think in the chat. Hopefully...
I need a shoulder to cry on and rely on. Somebody I can vent to when my mind gone. Somebody I can catch a flight with, new time zone. I know I said no more sad songs, but the way you did me was dead wrong.
I do, yeah, holy subs is Broy Beats. The sub is definitely, it's hitting maybe a little bit too hard. Paris, how's it going? We're live on Twitch and YouTube right now if you want to come through. We're listening to music, giving feedback for the next 50 minutes. So you can submit music for free by hitting the link in my bio or my story. Okay, so I don't know if I love the delivery on this one. I get what you're going for. This shit almost busted out my windows. I'm dead. I like kind of see what you're going for. I just don't know if the tone and where it sits in your like vocal range is the right spot, if that makes sense.
My mind and heart want 2 different things. Fantasizing body wheels and chains. Praying to God in a master pain. I can feel the vibe, shit ain't the same. I need a shoulder to cry on and rely on.
Especially in the chorus. I think it's the chorus where I feel that more than anything.
Somebody I can catch a flight with, new time zone. I know I said no more sad songs, but the way you did me was dead wrong. Convinced that you the one, I was led wrong.
Like, I like the beat choice for you. I would maybe suggest kind of using Rod Wave as a reference point for this one. I just think that the chorus maybe needs to be a little bit more melodic. But I also just feel like, in comparison to some of the other songs that we've heard you do, this sits in like a, maybe not my favorite part of your vocal, if that makes sense. Yeah, this is unreleased. I don't think this is mixed at all yet, so I'm not going to judge the mix so much. But for me, the biggest thing that stands out is the delivery. And I've heard some songs that you've made and sent through where I actually feel like the delivery was a little bit stronger and the mix was maybe a little bit weaker. But I would lean back into that natural voice. I don't know if this feels like your natural voice to me, and I think that's the thing that's throwing me off a bit. Timing wise, everything is good. I actually like the writing. Lyrics are pretty solid. For me, it's just kind of like the way your voice is sitting right now is kind of throwing me off. That's it. And then also it does feel a little bit like like not layered enough, not stacked enough. It feels a little empty just because there's only this one vocal. So like that's the other thing I would suggest is just maybe getting more vocal layers in there as well, because I do think that'll help. But yeah, for me, I just feel like that one sits in just a little bit of a strange part of your voice. And I've really liked some of the other stuff that we've heard from you. I think a little bit more just because of where it sits in your vocal tone. Like, I think for me, the stuff that's always really stood out from you is like that deeper, raspier vocal tone that you approach with on some of the more like rap leaning stuff in the past. I think don't lose that, you know, from your voice. I think that's one of the things that really stands out to me. And where it feels like you're almost pushing this into a higher register than it needs to be in. So it feels a little pushed. And I think that's what it is. All right, Powerful Remix, Wafer, up next. DreLee863 on Instagram if you want to go follow Dre as well. Also based out of Florida. This is Powerful Remix by Wafer. It's your boy Wafer. This is for a contest. So let us know what you think in the chat. All right, our first like dance leaning track of the day. We haven't had much dance music today. I need this energy in my life. Tell us what you think as we listen. Curious where this drop's gonna go. Oh. Super interesting. I don't think that I expected it to go in this direction. I do feel like the production and the vocal sample do not quite line up for me personally, but I'm curious to see where this goes, because it is experimental. Yeah, I think there's things that could be cleaner about this one. I like that it picks up a little bit here, just tempo-wise, with the addition of the drums. I don't know if I love the sound design on, like, the synth bass. Rhythm and swing in the beat is nice. There is definitely things I do like about it that catch my ear. There's a lot of switch-ups that just kind of happen abruptly, and I wish there was maybe more of a transition in between moments. Because it feels like it happens like almost every like 30 seconds. You know what I mean? Like each one of these waveform shifts is like a whole completely different section, which is cool in theory. I do think there's like aspects of the sound design which could be a little bit stronger too, like especially around the drums. And some of the lower end synths, I think. The higher register synths don't really catch me as much. Also, that build up there with the snare is I don't know if I love that build up, the way that it goes back and forth. I like this part a lot. Though again, sound design wise, I don't know that the snare sound specifically is my favorite snare sound for this genre either. Yeah, the alternating snare I didn't love, but only because it's like, it's kind of not fully, like it just didn't quite feel like it was like rhythmically quite right. Yeah, something does feel a little offbeat, I think, throughout. More drum variety maybe, or ear candy in the drums. I'm curious to know what the original sounds like, too. I will say there's aspects about it that I do like. You know what I mean? There's moments and things here. It's definitely outside unique for its genre as well. I would agree. It doesn't really sound like any other remixes I've heard or anything. Or maybe this is just not the type of electronic that I'm listening to on the day-to-day, but... DJ Prod Luigi, what's up? How are you doing? Welcome to the chat. If you want to submit, it's free to submit. Just make sure you hit this link in the chat and submit your music through there. Yeah. All right. So, 1, 3:55 is a bit long for this remix. 2, there's maybe a little bit too much happening in this section right here, where it feels like it's almost 3 different songs happening at once. It's like this fucking snare build-up. It started off really strong right here, honestly. I really like this section. It's this dunk, 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 dunk. Like, I feel like when you hear those, like, snare rolls kind of build, it goes from, like, a 8 to a 16 to a 32 to a 64 roll. And that's why those build-ups work so well, because it kind of goes into this crescendo of, like, and then drops, right? So it does feel a little bit weird to have that snare build in, like, a... It's like it goes from fourths to eighths, and then it just stops at that, right? And I'm not even mad at what happens after the drop. I actually quite like this moment. But then it's kind of too slow when that drop comes in. You know what I mean? I think I was expecting it to be a little bit more up-tempo at that point. It just didn't really happen. So I think that's maybe the thing for me on that one specifically, is that there wasn't really quite fully the direction there, I think, throughout the remix. There's moments that are really good and moments that stand out. But I think as an entire whole product, there's maybe a lack of direction throughout that you could work on to just kind of have it be a little bit more consistent. There was just maybe too many switch-ups happening. And I know I say the switch-ups are good, but sometimes I think with electronic too, like, the nature of electronic is that it is kind of repetitive, and you kind of get sucked into that rhythm and sucked into that, like, you know, part of it. The lower tempo would have been 5 for a bridge. I agree with that too. There's moments for it, I think. It's your boy Wafer on Instagram. If you want to go follow, make sure you go follow there. For the Newlyweds by King Arthur up next, and I think we are due for another free skip before we do this last paid skip from Broy. 717, I wasn't wrong. It'll take us to about 720. Oh, okay. Thank you for specifying which one you wanted, because I was about to have no idea what to play at all. Yeah, I'm sorry. I wish that I could give you more detailed feedback on that. I feel like it's just like I would have liked to hear a little bit more structure. Like, it was almost too experimental, I think. I think with the nature of a remix as well, it's like you really want to have these, like, big moments. There is good moments in it, though, I will say. But, yeah, like, I think for me, it's sound design, somewhat arrangement, and then somewhat just, like, the actual tempo and feeling of how things moved. But I would love to hear more from you. Again, like, I'm never going to just judge someone off of one piece of work. You know what I'm saying? I'm so proud of you. King Arthur up next. Let us know what you think in the chat. And for anybody who's in who hasn't submitted yet, make sure you get your submissions in. If you want to skip the queue, you can. If we don't get more paid skips, that's fine. I'll just do a bunch of free skips. I'm not even really pressed about it. Today is a lighter day in general.
And don't compare me to these other men, cause you know I like to die. Yes, we gon' get you that.
I'm gonna put this in the Discord, though.
That you desire. But the air gon' be so thick, where I'll be lighting these candles tonight. Oh, you could do better than that. I can tell by the bend in your spine. Let's make a road map of your body. It's acne astrology time. Use your words when you're with me. Now tell me, is this what you like? Has all of my practice paid off? You've been enjoying your time here tonight. I've been watching your angles, your divots, the way that you turn and the way that you switch. I need your fragrance combining with mine. I just need you connecting to me at the hip.
I like this. He's rolling his R's like that Mexican OT, so that stands out to me. I like the Mexican OT does that, to be honest. AP Dilbert333 on Instagram. The free queue grew, but it's the paid skips that push you back, not the free queue. The free queue wouldn't push you any further. You'd just be where you're at. There's really only one other paid skip. But as paid skips come in, it does push everything else down the queue. So that's how that works. This is interesting. I like the contrast between, like, the more sung vocal and then the more rapped vocals. It kind of reminds me of fuck, what's his name, bro? We did something with him in Genius. I'm gonna tell you who I'm thinking of right now. Like, fucking, he's a streamer as well. Damn, I can't remember what his name is. We had a really big episode with him. It reminds me of JP, this dude who did Bad Biddy. Rivan, what's going on, bro? Welcome to the chat. This dude's voice reminds me of JP a little bit. It's the back and forth between the singing and the rapping. But I really like it. It sounds really good.
my new girl so damn good, make a change of the content. The way I've been
I'm gonna say that I do think the mix could be a little bit stronger, specifically the balance between that sub low end and the vocal. It does feel like it almost like, you know, drowns it out a little bit,
but I was on her when she walked in. Everything that she need,
and also the sub does feel like a little muddy too. It's like almost a little too wide, a little too deep. I wish it was like a little bit punchier, just a touch punchier for the bounce. Henry, what's up, bro? We're live on Twitch and YouTube right now. Same with you, Cash Money Records. Come hang out. We're live for the next 40 minutes on Twitch. The queue's pretty short right now, so this is a good time to do a skip if you were trying to get played next. If not, we'll just get into some free skips because I'm chilling, and it's basically Friday because we're all off tomorrow. So, woo!
It's cool to get caught in the moment. About 10 till I push up on you. It's really about 5 because we in the South. Quick 30 and I'm walking right out. 215s.
Feature on this is Nicholas Lamar. Any relation to Kendrick Lamar? Sorry, that's so silly. He's probably not related to Kendrick Lamar. But it's a good feature. It's a solid feature. AP Dilbert333 on Instagram. Artist name is King Arthur. Project name is For the Newlyweds. The song is I'm So Proud of You. We put it in the songs we found on live stream playlist for now. I'll come back and I'll listen to it next week before we make that final content and playlist update. We've got... All right, let's do a free skip. We'll do a free skip, and then we'll come back and do that last paid skip that we have in the queue. Again, if anybody wants to get in the queue and be played next, King Arthur, I'm going to spin again just because we just played a song from you. If anybody else does want to get played, you know, wants to guarantee you get played, just make sure you know, do the skip queue if you want to. And if not, I'll kind of get into the free skip section probably in about 8 minutes. We'll probably spin the wheel a couple more times.
You want to grow your business.
All right, this is from Crydot. Howrin. And this is an At My Best remix. Vocals are from With You by 2P featuring Jay Park. I interviewed Jay Park. He was mad cool. Got canceled after that in Korea, but he was nice when I met him. I like the bounce on this already. Made the beat, then found the vocals, and AI ripped. Nice. Prod Howrin on Instagram, Haoryn. I'm gonna follow you, bro. This is solid. Be careful of how boomy the sub is. I think that's maybe the only thing I hear immediately is just like that sub could be a touch more punchy. The tail just feels maybe a little bit too long on the sub for me personally. Ravon says it reminds me of Toby Lou. The vocalist is actually 2P and Jay Park. I like the production. I like the hi-hats on this. Rhythmically, it's solid. I like the electric piano on this as well. Oh, you cut 2P out. So it's just Jay Park. Sorry, it's just Jay Park on the vocals. And Jay Park's like if you don't know Jay, he's like a pretty big K-pop. He's from Seattle, actually, originally, but like 3.3 million followers. Jay Park. He's not small. This is produced by prod.howrin though, Haoryn on Instagram. So make sure you go tap in with him, especially if you're looking for producers to work with. Solid remix. The only thing I would really point out is just that sub. You know what I mean? It could be a little bit punchy. That tail could be a little bit shorter. I think that's the only thing that is like the only thing I really hear on this. You know what I mean? Like outside of that, I enjoyed it. I think it's a solid remix. I don't know if I've heard the original, so I can't really compare the two. But at the same time, I think for a standalone remix, pretty solid production. Even without the vocals, the production is solid. It's really just that low-end bass sub kind of feeling like the tail's a bit too long, a little too boomy. I wish it had just been a little bit punchier, especially because of the kind of the bounce of the production in general. That's it. You need to find better 808s. Let me put you on really quickly. My favorite 808 VST is Initial Audio. Boop. Initial Audio, and this is the one that I use personally. It's the one that my artist and producer Isaac Zale uses as well. It's this right here, 808 Studio 2. I think it's only like fucking like $90 or something like that. It's actually really worth it. Listen to this. There's 70 presets, like 70 presets. All kinds of crazy like sounds on there. You can also
everything
adjust
else,
the
just
tail
add-
of all of your subs.
But never.
I love this plugin, personally.
When combined with decay, it's how long it can create.
Yeah, and you can change your decay, you can do all kinds of edits to it. It's so good. So the presets are really solid. You can just tweak things if you want to, right? So like the interface itself, I think is really solid. I can't even like widescreen this, but the interface itself is really solid. So essentially, right, you've got your waveform here for the sub at the top, but then you can also like, you can adjust like sine waves, things like that. You can adjust how far the tail is. You can add distortion, take distortion, overdrive off of it directly there. Output, the curve of how the sub actually hits, which will affect whether or not there's a slide or if there's not a slide. So you can do all of those things. It's a really, 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 really versatile sub VST. And I don't generally like suggest buying like a specific sub VST. Like I just, it's rare. Like I've never done that before. This was the first time where I was like, you know what? Yes, I'm absolutely going to get this VST that is specifically just basses, and I'm going to fuck around with it a lot. I like it a lot. I think it's very good. I've basically used it in like every single one of my beats that I've made in the last like 2 years. So like, you know, example, we've got one of these. That's one of the, that's a sub from in there. 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 This is a bass line from in there as well. That's a sub from in there. This one is not a bass from in there, I don't think. But they're just so punchy. You know what I'm saying? Like the punchy ass fucking like. I really like them, and then you gotta pair it with the right kick, obviously. But for me, like this is my go-to VST. And I made a whole bunch of like different shit. The slide on it's really good. But I love the punchiness of all of the subs in here, honestly. Like I think that's probably like my favorite aspect of it. Yeah, I make a whole bunch of shit, guys. Like this is why I'm always trying to tell people like this is only coming from a place of like trying it myself and like seeing what works and what doesn't work. I mean, the further back I go, the less it's like... This is me trying to find fucking subs back here. This is like back in 2023. I have this whole electronic fucking shit that I'm trying to put out. Yeah, anyway, we're not here to listen to my music. Stereo Love by Bro. He just spent the last 6 weeks doing an acoustic treatment and calibration in my new studio in my house. This is about to be crazy, I feel like. This is the first track I made since I moved into this house. Just a cool little house tune. Bruh. No, bro, can you resubmit this or just give me a private link? So you can either upload it directly into Nero and it'll play, or if you just make the link private, like whoever can open it is private. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like just make the fucking link available for anyone who's private. I'll play another one while we're waiting for you. I'll just do it at random really quickly and then I'll come right back to you and you'll be next, okay? I'm not gonna forget. We're gonna bump up Junior. Amor por la guitarra. I will admit I listened to this earlier today and I was expecting either something that was more like Mexican regional music. I didn't expect what I got when I listened to it, if I'm being honest. I'm streaming for another 30 minutes. We're gonna get into some free skips in a minute, just because we don't have that more. We don't have that many more paid skips left. We really just have Stereo Love by Broy. So we'll just do 30 minutes of free. Usually, we don't always get to do 30 minutes of free, so we'll just do 30 minutes of free today. Unless you can still do paid skips if you want to, but if not, we'll just do free ones. I'm not tripping. It's a holiday weekend.
Morning Productions.
Fresh off the flight, we in Mexico. Looked in the eyes, I see
okay, I really like the beat on this one. I did want a little bit more from the delivery on the vocal than I got, and I think that was the reason that I didn't end up playlisting this today. It's like a good idea. But it does feel like there's something lacking from the vocal a little bit. I don't know exactly what that is, but it does feel like something's missing from it. Beat hits really nice. Mix on this is really good. I will say that's one of the things that did stand out. Great mix on this one. I like the beat. I like the guitar on it. I think I was just hoping for a little bit more from the vocal. That's really it.
I'm in a new bag. Got a max and how you do that there. Can you go and put me on? I'm legit, I swear. Put my number in your phone.
Does have a nice bounce there, though. If you are rocking with us, look. Instagram, Black Boys with a 0 instead of an O, __.
She wanna dance on the boat like a Leah. Get it? I see ya. And she don't wanna talk, she in a
really good beat choice.
She don't wanna talk, still got a point to prove. There can be 100 V1s, they gon' choose you.
Hits a little bit harder on headphones than it did not on headphones too, I will say that. I think that was almost a part of it earlier, as I was listening out on regular speakers, so I wasn't listening to headphones. Oh shit, you know Tim Gent? I didn't know you knew Tim. That's hard. Are you from Tennessee? Detroit. I will say on second listen, I like this one a little bit more. I do still think there's something lacking from the vocal a little bit on this one for me. I did like the idea, I like the beat, I like the production, but for me it was really just more so on the vocal delivery side of things where I wish there was just a little bit more oomph in it, a little bit more conviction behind it. Stereo Love, Broy, up next. Let us know what you think in the chat. A newly acoustic treated room. This is some electronic house, some deep house. I like both of those things. I do like house and deep house. I'm excited for this one. Let us know what you think of the chat. Come on now. Come on now. I'm liking the kick on this. Scranton, Pennsylvania. Oh. The home of Dunder Mifflin. This is hilarious. This is hilarious. See, now this is what I'm talking about with electronic music. You know what I mean? It's easy to get lost in. It's vibey. It's 4 to the floor. It's got a good bounce. It moves. Kind of trancey in a way. Five minutes, 12 seconds, though that is long. Feels pretty standard for like stuff more in this house, deep house space. Though I would say if you're gonna do a commercial release, do an extended version that's 512 and do a radio cut too. Like I feel like you could probably do a radio cut and cap it around here. Maybe trim off like 30 seconds, 45 seconds. I like the way this one moves though. Definitely something that could easily go inside of a set. Very easy to get lost in this one. Let us know what you think in the chat. Broy Beats on Instagram. Really good sound choices. I think that's one of the standout things for me. Sound design is really nice, but the drum sounds are so good for this this style of music. Noel, you can submit released or unreleased music. All you gotta do is hit this link that's in the chat for you right now. This is technically the extended cut. That makes sense. That makes sense. I feel like with electronic producers, you'll do the extended cut first and then you'll trim down the radio version anyway. That's literally easier to make the longer and then cut it down. 100%. 100%. It totally makes sense. Two Dope Bryce says this is hard. Life of T is also looking to submit. Just make sure you hit that Nero link. If you want to skip the queue and guarantee you get played on stream today, you can still. The skip queue is open, but if you don't want to pay $5 or $10, you don't have to. We're going to get into some free skips shortly. We got one more in there from DJ Prod Luigi for sure that's coming up next. So if you did the paid skip, you would be after that. If you don't want to do that, like I said, we're going to get into some free skips here shortly. We've got about 25 minutes left in the stream, 35 minutes left in the stream. This is definitely one of those ones, like, you're in the car, you put this on, you get a little lost in it. Vigilante says, chill, little Bob, for real. Definitely. It's like chill, but up-tempo. I like the arrangement on this. I feel like with the radio edit, you could maybe even cut before this final drop comes back in, and it would feel complete. Like right here, you know what I mean? Curse you, DJ Prodigy. No, don't curse him. That's well within his rights. He's allowed to do that in here. This is where it feels like extended. You know what I mean? lot of the intro and bridge will be def cut down, but it's mostly just a variation of mixing. Totally fair. You didn't do anything wrong, DJ Prod Luigi. I love the way that came back in. Honestly, this drop that came back in and brought the vocal sample back in, you could probably fly that over a little bit, cut that section that just built into it, and some of that bridge down, and yeah, like you're easily trimming a little bit off. But it's a solid extended as well. Track's definitely a vibe, I agree. It's alright, we got hella trolls in this community. I'm a troll as well. We're all trolling each other all the time. I love the strings. Strings are one of my favorite parts of this. My wife's going out of town soon, so I'm gonna just do a random DJ stream probably one weekend, like in the morning for fun. So you guys are gonna get to watch me do a little UK Garage DJ set at some point. I like this one. Super House, he says, cried up. Disco in 2025. Disco is definitely making a comeback right now. Absolutely. Don't sleep on disco, man. It's making a comeback. Stereo Love by Broey. I liked that one. Broey Beats on Instagram. Make sure you go follow. BROEY Beats. Very good. We got DJ Prod Luigi up next with Follow. Let us know what you think in the chat. And then we'll probably get into some free ones after this. Okay, Kenny Odinga and DJ Prod Luigi. I don't know why I thought that you would just be Italian. Are you not Italian? You could definitely see... Exactly. Definitely see Zoolander dancing to it. I like that. Kenya and Switzerland. Wow, this is exactly so far from what I expected. Kenyan and Swiss. Is this Amapiano? What genre are we in right now? I love Amapiano if that's what it is, but I mean the log drum is giving me Amapiano. I love this. So yeah, if I DJ, it's literally only gonna be Amapiano, Afrobeat, or UK Garage drum and bass. That's where I live. Yo, this is fire. I love this. Following you immediately. What'd you produce for TJ and Polo? Tito Rory says, Jesus, this is tough as hell. Oh, you did Way Out the Hood and Way Out the Hood too. That's crazy. Oh, this is very good, bro. Great vocal on this as well. I'm about to go follow Cammy as well, I think. Oh, God. Okay, you have absolutely perfected the log drum. What up, Solik? This is Kenny Odinga on the vocal. Producer is DJ Prod Luigi. God, you absolutely perfected the log drum. The log drum is so clean, I can't even really wrap my head around how you did it. This is very good, bro. My neighbors downstairs do not like me because I am absolutely stamping my foot to this. T, what's up, man? Put it in my release calendar. I mean, bro, this feels so good. It's absolutely undeniable how good this feels. Great vocal. It's just mixed really well. It moves really well. The arrangement's great. All the sound choices are really good too. Like musically, I really enjoy this. Just beyond it being Amapiano, which I love. The whole thing is peak. Yeah, I agree. This is just very good work. Since 2017, shows, bro. Can you put Candy's socials in the chat if you have them? Because I want to make sure we follow as well. That was really, really good. Honestly, probably one of my favorites that we've heard today as well. Like, easily, I would say, like, that's, like, 95% gonna be in the content next week. Because I really liked it a lot. It was sick. All right, let's do another random skip, and then while we're listening to that one, I'll explain what we're gonna do for the rest of the stream. But we'll basically do free skips from now until the end of the stream. While we listen to this one from Shorewood, I'm gonna... Wait, what was the Insta? You didn't put the Insta in the chat. Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. All right, this is Shorewood with Click. While we listen to this one, so what we're going to do for the rest of the stream, we're going to do, like, free skips. So if you are in here, put your artist name in the chat. I'm going to make another queue with the people who are in here and the people who want to get played. And we'll just put people into a queue. But you got to put your artist name in the chat right now. Do that quickly, okay? And then Kenny_AKIOD. Really dope. Nah, you're okay. That was fire. Okay, let's get this. If you're in the chat, put your artist name in the chat. Hurry up, do it. Don't miss your chance. I actually like this as well. Just for what it's worth. Jennifer's Body. Mango. Howrin. I don't see another one from you, Howrin, in there. You gotta submit something else if you want to get bumped up again. Sorry, I should have maybe said that. Oh, there it is. There it is. I found it. Okay, I'm playlisting this right now. This was actually a really surprising one. Mexican American based in Berlin. Oh, sick. Who else is in here right now? If you're in the chat, let me know. I see Ravon in there, so I'm gonna do it. T, I know you're in there too, so I'm gonna get you. Nairobi, are you still here? Because I was kind of curious to hear your music. Fucking, I'm gonna put you in the queue. Sandahill, boom, you're in there. Okay, we're gonna listen to you guys for the rest of the stream. From Saudi? Okay, never mind. I gotta put that one in there too. I just want to listen to it. Avery, just make sure you hit the link in my bio if you submit through the Nero link. I'll go find it and I'll put it in the queue. We're listening to songs for free basically for the rest of the stream. We might not listen to the songs all the way through. We'll probably do like 60 to 90 seconds of each song, depending on how many we have. We might listen to the songs all the way through. I'm not sure. We got about 9 in the queue right now, but make sure you submit in specifically in the Nero link, which is in my story and in my bio, and I'll put you in the queue, okay? And then come hang on to Twitch if you're in here as well. 4:32 on this one is maybe a little bit long, but I do like this. 4K Nova, what's up? We're doing free skips right now for the rest of the stream. So if you want to submit, just get in there and submit. Got a nice little skip queue going. I do feel like this song maybe could have ended just a little bit earlier. Yeah, do whatever you want, bro. We're in here. We got another 18 minutes. Yeah, to me, the only feedback that I have is when you get to this section right about here, it feels like the song could have maybe been over already. Like, I still like it. This is interesting. But yeah, this whole section right here could go. I think this song could have, like, really, like, perfectly ended at right around this section. 3:30 to me would have been the perfect length on this. But I will say, I really liked a lot of the ideas. I thought it was cool. I am going to follow. I did put it in the playlist, but I do think that that last section right there was probably a little unneeded. You probably could have cut it down a little bit more and just made it a little bit more digestible for everybody. Blood Orange, Jennifer's Body up next. Two things I like. Blood Orange. I do like Blood Orange. And then also Two Dope Rory, man. I've been fucking with the Jennifer's Body project from you so far. Oh, cool. Super different than what we've heard from you recently. Goodbye, Jennifer on Instagram. Part of me thinks that this snare needs to come down ever so slightly. This snare does feel like it's a touch loud. Damn, I don't think Avery ended up submitting anything. That's okay. Put that in the release calendar and I'll listen to it tomorrow. This is really good. I like this direction for you, actually. I maybe like this even more than some of like the more punk-leaning stuff that you sent in. I think your vocal fits on this type of production really well. That's fair, Xander. Vocals sound really cool like this. I agree. This is probably my favorite song we've heard from you so far, if I'm being honest. There's still little things that I think can be polished off. The snare for me feels a little loud. I really like the vocal effects and the processing on the vocal of this part of the song. And at 2:17, it's a very easy song to listen to over and over again. Risky's Me, what's up? This one's a good one too, man. Goodbye, Jennifer on Instagram. Probably my favorite one so far. Feels the most polished of all of them. Feels like it fits the most. Sidechain on the kick's a bit too much to Solicoa. Yeah, if anybody does have feedback, definitely let us know. But make sure you go follow Goodbye Jennifer on Instagram. Really, really good job on that one, man. Crazy for me to see, considering I've known you for 2 to 3 years now, Rory. Yeah, it's cool. I feel like it's the same thing. Like, I've been listening to his music for a while, and that one to me feels like the most cohesive for some reason. Like, the punk stuff felt like it still needed a little bit more polishing. Some of the older stuff still felt like it needed a little bit more polishing, but this feels like a real, like, perfect kind of combination of a bunch of different styles that you've made in the past and sent over. So I like this one, man. Good shit. Very good. Untitled, Mango, up next. New beat I'm working on. All right, cool. Let's get in here. Noel J. Crawford on Instagram. Love the aesthetic of your Instagram, just overall. Oh, okay. Okay. DJ Prod Luigi, let us know what you think. This feels like it's in your lane a little bit. It sounds natural, right? I like that. Wait, Howard, we already listened to the Without You remix. I'm probably going to skip that because I'm not going to play it again if we've already listened to it. Oh, that's a different one. Okay. Sorry, that's my bad. The bass is a bit loud in this right now, just mix-wise. And I don't know if I love the bass sound specifically for the genre that we're in. The other thing I would say is maybe just... is like that electric piano sound is a little unsettling. I don't know if that's a bad thing, though. It does leave space for a vocal, which I do think is really good, because I could hear a vocal on this for sure. You know what I mean? I can hear it. I would just be careful of dissonance with, like, some of the instrumental elements. Like, it does feel like some of the instrumental elements maybe clash just a touch, especially between that, like, synth and electric piano sound. Or maybe it's the string and the electric piano sound. Rhythmically, this is perfect. I think melodically, it's probably where I hear the only things that I would say you could work on a little bit. Movement-wise, it's good. Arrangement-wise, it's good, too. Yeah, honestly, generally, I'm a fan of that. I think just be careful of certain things. You know what I mean? So I'll be honest with you. Sending me EPs is like, it just goes into a black hole of like pitches that I get. That's why I just can never find the time to actually sit and listen to a full project all the way through. It's very hard for me to find the time to do it. So I will say that's maybe a tough thing for me to do. if you wanted to, I think I have like a consultation rate, which is essentially that. Or maybe I'll add that to a consultation rate where it's like, I'll sit and give you feedback on like your entire project or something. Maybe that's something I can work in, but it's only 15 minutes. That's not terrible, actually. It's hard for me to find 15 minutes, though, if I'm being completely honest. Between all of the things that I work on, some days I don't even eat because it's hard. It's that hard to find 15 minutes. So I will say it just gets harder every day, just amongst all the things that I work on, unfortunately. It's definitely not a personal thing. It's just I say this to everybody who's trying to send me a full project. This is cool. This is a cool remix of this already. Yeah, if you want, but you'll have to do a super skip. Otherwise, it's just going to put you in the regular queue, which we already have a bit of a skip queue going. Sorry, that's just... I can't move things around. That's the only reason I'm saying that. So don't feel like you need to. You can also go into the free skip queue if you want. And maybe we'll just increase and go to 60 seconds instead of playing things all the way through. Similar thing with the sub on this one, Howren. That's the only feedback that I really have. So I would definitely suggest investing in a better VST for subs in low end. Or tweaking your subs, man. You could probably tweak this and actually like cut some of that tail off without actually having to buy a new VST. It's just the tail's really long. So they feel really boomy and they kind of eat up a lot of space in the beat. It just takes away some of that bounce, and there's just so much bounce in your kick and like instrumentation on the rhythmic side already. That's the only thing. It's ever so slightly long too, the tail. It's not super aggressively long, but if it was just a millisecond shorter, I feel like it would just be a little bit punchier. You know what I mean? That's it. All right, I'm gonna go to the next one because I want to make sure that we get through as many of these free ones as possible. But prod.howren on Instagram, if you guys are rocking with that, make sure you go follow. Yeah, honestly, that 808 VST changed my life. Like, truly, it made my life so much better. VLAN, keep it cold. Vigilante, let us know what you think in the chat. Yeah, you are. But like I said, super skips is the only thing that's gonna get you pushed to the top right now. So just keep that in mind, and don't feel like you need to do it if you don't want to. You could also just save it for Monday. And do it during the day so you're at the top of the queue if you want. This is tough. I like this already. Story arc driven albums. What story arc are you working on? Vigilante303 _ on Instagram. Second whore for the verse feels a bit rushed in terms of actually saying the words. But that was cool for it. Oh, you mean on the last one? That was just a remix, so that was taken from Higher Brothers. And that's just the way they sound, if I'm being honest. This is pretty solid. I like what you did to the vocals on this. I like the beat choice too. Is that a Burnout Paradise screenshot for the album artwork? We were just talking about Burnout Paradise the other day. I think it is, right? Solid. I don't really have any feedback on that one from just a technical standpoint. Is it something I'm listening to every day? Maybe not. But at the same time, I did enjoy it. Vigilante303 _ on Instagram. Came up with an entire story and it all connects through each project I drop. That's pretty fire, bro. If you listen to multiple submissions from the same artist in your streams, yeah. If somebody pays to get bumped up, for sure. But if it's like free skips, no. Like, I'll try not to like do repeat songs unless we have the time for it, just so we can make sure we get through as many as possible. But this is you, funnily enough, because I knew you were in here, so I just put you in the free skip line. Yeah, except AC who's doing it. Birds and Planes featuring Section 2, who I also love. I fuck with this already, bro. Okay, so you guys doing the skips. Got you. This comes out on Tuesday. Make sure you put it in my release calendar, because this is definitely going to go on the New Music Friday playlist next week, without a doubt, bro. I love this. I'm really liking this, like, drum and bass kind of jungle breaks music that you've been sending in, honestly. This shit is hard. Ravon Rules on Instagram. Make sure you go follow if you're rocking with this one. Managed by the homie Diabolical Discs as well. And if you're around next week, July 17th, or sorry, not next week, but the week after, July 17th, they're also doing a show in New York at Rabbit Hole in Brooklyn with Jarreh, Sumaya Nazar, Margot Amori, and Obi the Voice God. I can speak for Amori and Jarreh being artists that I also very fuck with. Zay, I don't know, what's your artist name, bro? Oh, fuck yeah, bro. Definitely come out. I'm going to be back out with Big Ass Kids on July 31st. Ah. Sorry, I muted that by accident. I really like this a lot, dude. I might have a beat for you, actually, that's kind of in this style. I'm going to see if I can find it and send it to you. Zay, I'll put you in the skip queue. I don't know if we'll get to you, but I'll try. I might have a couple beats that might make sense for you if you're doing more in this space. I really like this a lot, bro. This is another one of those when you could just get lost in it. I already fuck with this a lot. All right, thank you for the sub. Welcome to the community. It's nice to have you. Oh, Darkham, sorry, I didn't see you in the YouTube chat, but I'll put you in the queue. We'll try and get to you, okay? My bad, my bad. Sometimes I miss the stuff on YouTube. Really, really dope, man. Great work. I like this one a lot. Definitely going to be playlisting this when it drops next Tuesday. Ravon Rules, R-I-V-A-N, Rules on Instagram. VOD will be up on YouTube afterwards if you want to clip this as well. Great work, bro. Really, really loving this sound from you. More of this, please. I think that's the only thing I could say is I just want more. Yes, I am. Malkeem featuring Karaya up next. This is mix number 1. Let us know what you think in the chat. This is Trap Soul demo we made at the studio recently. Showed this song to an A&R who disliked the drums so much they told me to send them the FLP so they could personally rework them. But despite that, I'd like any feedback so that moving forward we can really fine-tune this. Let us know what you think in the chat. Rude Boy Ruff's on the way. Love it, bro. Excited for that. Okay, curious to hear what these drums sound like, but free Keem on Instagram if you're rocking with this one already. I mean, I like the vocals already. Vocals started out really nice. Are these the remixed drums or the normal ones? I'm not sure I agree with that A&R who hated the drums on this. They feel like the drums that fit on this type of song. Yeah, I don't know what he's talking about. They fit for this type of music. I'd be curious to know what it is about the drums he didn't like. Like, to me, that sounds like someone who's just trying to force their way onto a song that they don't need to be on, personally. Yeah, look, tell me what you guys think in the chat, but to me, like, except the kicks like presence and the hi-hats are weak. I guess, but that's a mix thing. That's not a replace the drum sound or rework the drums thing at all. It's literally a mix thing. So if he's gonna mix the drums, sure. The kick could hit a little bit harder. The hi-hats aren't weak. Like how... the hi-hats actually sit where I think they should on this song, personally. They don't dominate. They're not predominantly in the front. They're not taking up any of the attention from the vocals, which is really where you want your attention to be. The kick could kick a little bit harder. That's fair. I don't agree with the hi-hats thing, and I don't think that, like... I hate the drums is really strong for how close these drums are to being fine. I like this. I don't know what to say. I don't agree with that, but that one thing about that hi-hat's got me stressing. Yeah, because look, I'm gonna be real. Sometimes, man, like, I just think that there are some A&Rs out there who feel like they need to insert themselves into a song but have no idea what the fuck they're talking about. Like, sure, the kicks, valid. They could kick a little bit harder. The hi-hats are absolutely fine. There's literally nothing wrong with them. They fit for the style of music you're in. They sit in a good place. The stutters could be better. Like, sure, you could maybe tweak them, but I think at the end of the day, the focus should be on the vocal, and the focus is on the vocal right now. I think sometimes you don't need to overcomplicate things with hi-hats either, because it detracts from the vocal and detracts from the things that people are supposed to be listening to. So that's the only thing I would say is, like, it seems like a really strong reaction to be like, yo, send me the Fruity Loops file so I can get in there and fix the drums for you. Like, that's a weird way to approach anyone. So I don't know. That's probably the thing that I would say is it's just like, it's weird that was the approach. To be like, oh, I hate this. Let me fix it for you. Like, just tell him what he could fix, bro. Bro paused the entire song and was like, nah, these drums are trash. What has he produced? That'd be my question immediately. Like, what the fuck has he produced?
Look,
is he an engineer?
Ain't nobody giving no handouts. First check everyone in.
I don't know, bro. Like, that seems weird to me, personally. Nairobi, this is Soul. Let us know what you think in the chat. I just don't like that approach. Another 15-year-old artist, so let's go. Some 5-yo placements? Oh, yeah, because the drums on the 5-yo songs are so fucking good. Sorry. Sorry, that's going to send me into a fucking tailspin, bro. Like, okay, I have to pause this song just to literally be like, we're talking about 5-yo foreign here. We're not talking about fucking Grammy-winning, Grammy-nominated, life-changing music. We're talking about somebody who literally no one gives a fuck about anymore. Like, sure, valid feedback, but like, I'm gonna send you my music and ask you to fucking fix it for me? No way, bro. For what? The kick, you could just turn that shit up, bro. Put a compressor on it. Fuck that. That's crazy. The fucking ego on that guy to be like, oh, bro, send me the fucking file and I'll fix it for you. Fuck that shit. Off some 5-yo placements. Get out of here, bro. All right, 15-year-old out of Southeast DC. I like this. There's still things that could be cleaner about this. Nah, we listen to everything in here, but I am like literally like 2 or 3 minutes away from being done. So what I will say for anybody who is just joining us right now, come back on Monday. Make sure you join my Discord, and you can also submit for free in a bunch of different things. My release calendar is linked in the chat. I'll be listening to new songs that came out this week from that for a playlist. Discord community playlist is open right now, and you can go submit in my comments on Instagram as well for free. All right, so on that one from Nairobi, I don't know if he's still in here or not, but I think the thing that I would definitely encourage you to work on is mix. Make sure your vocal is a little bit higher in the mix. You want to make sure it's really the star of the show. Beat choice is good. Delivery is good. Writing style is good. You are 15, so keep working on it. I think one of the challenges for young artists is just really figuring out who they are as an artist, what they want to say, what they're writing about, how to make that relatable to people who are maybe a little bit older and further in their lives. So just think about those things, but I think you're at a really, really strong start for 15. And I would say that to any 15-year-old who's in here just making strong music. So keep it up. Keep sending stuff in. I would love to keep hearing more from you. But it's a great start. You know what I mean? Just focus on getting that mix a little bit more polished. And I think you should listen to people like Overcast and listen to people like Red Veil and listen to their vocal mixes and use that as a reference. Xander Hill, Mania, Solo. What do we got, man? What do we got? All right, I don't know if we're going to get to all 6 of these, but we're going to stick to the really, really strong 60 seconds only timeline right now, okay? I like this one as well from you, Xander. Again, this kind of like demonstrates just how diverse and versatile your sound is, and I can really appreciate that. Sorry, I'm so tight about that fucking A&R, bro. I hate that. Fucking bullshit. Watch that be somebody I know too. He's just talking hella shit. It is what it is. I just don't fuck with that, man. Those are the type of people in this industry who just like drive me crazy. Xander Hill, very diverse sound. Everything I've listened to so far has been a completely different song. Nah, fuck that, bro. Don't be discouraged. I'm just gonna take some time out. The reaction in here said enough. Everybody was fucking with it. And trust your gut, bro. Everyone's opinion is just an opinion at the end of the day. Like, I don't think there was anything drastically wrong about that one. It felt like it fit in the genre that it's supposed to be in. I start streaming at 6 p.m. on Monday. I start stream 6 p.m. Eastern time every time we stream. Kaliji Blonde, this is maybe. This is from Saudi Arabia. This is why I wanted to listen to this one. Yeah, I saw this and I saw the Saudi Arabia thing and I was like, I gotta listen to this. I am Khaliji Blonde. I like this already, honestly. I liked that one too, bro. What made me start streaming? I just was bored in the pandemic, and I make a lot of playlists, so I was like, I could just let people into the process. Ruri Xander? I wouldn't believe that at all, actually. This is sick. I love the approach to just like. It's written in the fuck. What's the scale called? I forget this every time. This is really cool. Not necessarily what I'm listening to on the day-to-day, but it's objectively well made. Sub is maybe a touch loud. I believe he's on the come up as a fact. I think maybe the only thing that I would say here is just like sub down a little bit, vocal up a little bit more. Apple headphones are goated, and BandLab is taking a huge leap. Really beautiful vocal tone. Love the melodies. I think there's a lot of potential in this as well. Definitely gonna have to hear more from this artist, I think. Really cool. I like this dark pop stuff is really making a comeback right now, I think, too. All right, we have to keep going. I have to keep strictly to my time. X.Nairobi as well. Don't make sure you forget to go follow there. Deepa, Solik up next. I'm a Christian rapper. I changed the bass melody if I was being nitpicky. I would agree. The bass was maybe the only thing I didn't love about that one. Send a song in the Discord, not my song. Okay, cool. I'll definitely go listen to it, Visco. If it's in the community playlist channel, I'm listening to those actively and updating right now. Damn, that's crazy as fuck, Ruri.
Yeah, we got war deeper. She said I'm getting bit jealous. Spending my time on the thinking about you is nothing like that.
This is kind of tough.
Believe her, am I believing that? Get her the truth, I'm seeing that.
Where are you from? You Russian?
Am I out who I am? Even I'm second alone.
This is Christian rap? This is Christian rap?
I'm not too different, start making inventions. In my mind. Yeah, that is cute.
I gotta save this. I gotta come back and listen to it again. This is kind of tough. Solik artist, SO1IK_artist. Why is this hard? I agree.
It's making me sad, but that's where I am I? It's making me sad that you really don't know who you are. That you really don't give a shit. The why behind the war.
I don't think I've ever heard a Christian song like this ever in my life.
That's deep. If you really knew, it could be much deeper, but then it's deep. Yeah, we got war deeper. She said I'm getting bit jealous.
This reminds me of BB Tricks weirdly, says Ravon. Kind of?
Believe her, am I believing that? Get her the truth, I'm seeing that. It's making me sad,
Man, I'd love this had a little Alter Boy automation. I could hear that a little bit. A little bit of Foreman shifting definitely wouldn't hurt this. Yeah, this is kind of crazy. This is probably the hardest Christian rap I've heard. I would agree. Outside of DMX, who's technically classified as Christian rap, which is a crazy thing to say. Outside of DMX, is probably the hardest Christian rap I've ever heard. 18 weeks, unreleased, 4K Nova. That was tough. I liked it. All right, like I said, 60 seconds of this one as well. Then AC the Boy. We'll try and do Zay and Darkeem for 60 seconds, but we're gonna listen to the full AC the Boy one because he paid for it. I don't know if anybody's on for a raid, but we might go hit a raid after this too.
Wanna touch him, but she wanna fight.
Ooh, Nova. DMX is Christian rap. It's true. Technically. 4K Nova on Instagram. Hey, bro, if you're gonna have anybody fix your drums, I'd give him a 4K Nova before I gave him to whoever that guy was. I gotta stop. I gotta stop. You're not streaming right now, AC. This is hard, bro. This is perfect. I got no feedback other than I really like this a lot. Yeah, I can't help but troll. Sorry. I love this. Love how much content has improved across the board since independent music became so popular. I agree. Instagram is occasionally incredibly satisfying. All content is occasionally very satisfying. I think it's just like, you know, one of the things you got to do as an artist now is figure out how to stand out amongst the flood of all the different things that are happening. Sorry, we have to stick to the 60 seconds rule just because I'm... Except for this one, we're gonna... But it's only a minute 50. We're gonna listen to the whole thing. AC is also 15 years old, just for what it's worth. Yeah, when does that drop, 4K Nova? Definitely going in playlist, without a doubt. You guys kept all this high energy music for the end. Why'd you do that to me? I feel like Blaze, slashing people they can't resurrect. Yeah, this little shawty in the bed, yeah, she gon' give me that. I really shouldn't enjoy this music as much as I do, but I really get a kick out of it. Let us know what you think in the chat. All I do is work, gotta take it home. She said that she missed me, she get headed on my fucking phone. That one drops next month. Make sure you put all these in my release calendar. Cause I've really been fucking with your music, 4K. Like, genuinely have enjoyed everything you've sent in so far. This reminds me of if TK was made modern music. There's some timing issues on this section right here that we just got through. So just make sure you stay on time there. If you gotta use the metronome, use the metronome. Similar thing as the other one, more variation in the vocal. I think that's one of the things that I would like to hear from you. I'm gonna stay tapped in, bro, for sure. Some timing issues, for sure. But I think the biggest thing for me is just kind of more variation in the vocal. I want to hear it switch up a little bit more. This like Cash Cardi says game. It's definitely in that space. Real AC the boy on Instagram. Again, this kid's 15 years old, so a lot of potential here. A lot of space and time to grow. It's good. I do think where you can improve is just more variation in the vocal deliveries. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's one of the things that'll help you really stand out as well. All right, I Miss by Zay just filmed a video for this song. We're gonna do like a quick 60 to 90 seconds of this, and then we'll do that last one. Doesn't look like there's anyone on to raid right now from our friends. So I'm gonna dip and I'm gonna go eat dinner. I hope you guys have a great weekend. Be safe. All right, have fun out there. Take care of yourselves. This is beautiful, actually. Zay, 3 Z's, A, Zay. This is really great, dude. I'm not gonna lie, I almost want to listen to this whole thing, but... Zay, where are you from again? Wolfalin, I'm actually about to get off, but if you want to come back on Monday, we'll be back from 6 to 8. And if you want to submit my Discord for community playlist or on my Instagram and my comments, you can do that, and I listen to all of those and make content of those as well. Make content about them as well. Midwest Iowa. No way, bro. The only other artist from Iowa that we met on stream, I think, was Guno, who also, when he said he was from Iowa, I was like, the fuck? We're not done yet. We got one more song. We got one more song. This is great. I actually really love the mix on these vocals too. They sit in a really nice place. Send the video next time. I'd love to see the video. That's quite the IG handle. Yeah, it is a bit of a mouthful. Zay. This song's really good, bro. Pretty catchy melody as well, man. You got a really nice vocal tone. I really enjoyed this one a lot. Price of Fame, Darkeem. This is going to be the last one we play tonight, and then I'm going to head out. Oh, seizure trigger warning. Guys, be careful. I'm kind of scared of this now. How much flashing is going to happen in this? I don't know if I like that. It looks beautiful so far. All right, let us know what you think in the chat. Again, if you guys have not joined the Discord, make sure you join the Discord. Community playlist tab is still open. Submit for the community playlist. I'll be listening to those. And go follow us on Instagram as well. We'll have more content coming to support you guys in the community in the next week. More interviews dropping soon as well. We got a new interview dropping on Monday. So just tap in. Lots of free opportunities for you. We got another Q&A coming up in a couple weeks as well with someone who works in the distribution space. So you can ask all your questions about distro, release strategy, all those kinds of things in there as well, okay? This reminds me of the song. What song is that?
I don't gamble, but life somehow is risky. And what you throw out will come back to you. Have you ever played frisbee? I heard life's a beach. Well,
This is pretty solid. I like the video for this. Really nice shots.
In the buckets trying to pinch me. Some allow the liquor to drown they pass next probably is the kidney.
This video is immediately me giving me you don't need a big budget to create an aesthetic. 100%. I tell artists this all the time. Work with what you've got. You just got to be creative if you don't have the budget. But you can still do good things.
For the love of the crossroads and the devil on control.
Was that drone? It has to be a drone, right? I don't know if I like the flashing paparazzi lights moment in the video. That's probably the only thing where I'm kind of like, I don't know if that was necessary, but I do like the rest of this. All right. Solid shots, though. I will say that. There's some really, really nice static shots in this video. I hope they cut it down for social as well. All right, beautiful. What a stream, guys. We found some really good stuff today. Back next Monday, 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern time. Like I said, have a great weekend. Be safe. Thank you for everybody who sent music in today, all the paid skips, all of the regular people who just hung out in the chat as well. I appreciate you guys. Make sure you submit for all the free opportunities we have. It's lots of content. It's lots of playlists. And that's all there is to it, man. We'll see you soon. Have a good weekend. Be safe. Bye.